are here. Everybody, say hi to my friend Tati. Great to see you.
Hey, great to see you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I feel bad. We've never formally met. We played a bunch of shows together. My first memory, I'm going to go straight to it. We were playing Barbara Negra track with you all right
Yep.
before you got signed. I remember watching your set. And I was blown away. I was like, this band is incredible. I've never seen or heard anything like this. And now look what you all have grown into. So it's awesome.
Aw. Yeah,
Absolutely
so
awesome.
no, we basically met officially
Yes, yes. So it's gonna be
that
awesome. The tour's
that
gonna be great.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's gonna be fantastic. So yes, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time. We're live on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all six of them, all of them.
All
Yeah,
possible.
yes, all of them at the
Yeah,
same
all
time. So it's
possible.
yeah, so it's very cool. Very excited we're touring together. So yes, I'd love to get to know you. So the first step I want to go with, when did you first get into music in general? Any kind of music? How old were you? Where were you? What was it?
Well, man, I think I started to remember myself as a person when I was 3 or something. So that's where I think I got to know that what the music is. Um, so I grew up in a family where like my father was a huge the Beatles fan, and he collected vinyls and stuff. So he recorded music off the TV,
Hmm.
from the TV. He had all the setup. He taught me how to do that too. So
That's awesome.
basically, I did the like pirate stuff.
That's awesome.
Not yeah, not for selling though, just for personal use. But yeah, I learned how to do that, how to record songs from TV, and not much the radio, but yeah, TV mostly. And yeah, remember but that my mother used to play vinyls of Soviet cartoon uh, soundtracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, soundtracks of Soviet cartoons. We had it on a vinyl, and I slightly remember that. But before I go to sleep, she will play it to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
I'd love to
that's
hear some of
probably
that
my
music.
first.
I'm trying to picture what it
Oh,
sounds like in my head.
no, despite of what people think about Russian language, quite it's quite soothing
Oh yeah, that's
to
awesome. That's
me.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah. They're really cute. They made me cry,
Oh
honestly.
man. Oh
They're
man. That
too
takes you.
heartwarming.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, there's this song my mom used to sing me because my mom's Japanese and I was born in Japan. She'd always sing this song called Sakura,
Mm.
and it was like da
Ah,
da 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 da. So I've been singing that to my kids since they were little, and
oh,
sometimes when I'm like, I'll pretend like, hey, I'm starting to fall asleep. They'll hum that song to me. So it's really cool to hear that story of like just like childhood songs when you're like going to sleep and that kind of thing. I
yeah,
love that.
yeah, yeah. I still love them. I still like to play them when I don't know what to play, like usually on YouTube, or I don't know what I want to watch. Uh, I will watch Soviet cartoons. This is my top top pick if I don't know what to
That's
watch or
awesome. When
something.
the tour starts, you
Yeah.
got to show me some of these. I definitely want to see this.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be
absolutely.
awesome. That'd be really, really
Yeah.
cool. So, when did you start getting into, let's say, heavier music? So, you were Beatles and Soviet cartoon music. So, what age were you when you started finding maybe like rock or something that would kind of start
Yeah.
leading you down this path?
Yeah. So, as my father was like a rocker, let's say, what the Soviet version of rocker. I don't know what that means,
Yeah.
but it's not like a 70s like hippie one. I don't know. Like it's more of a I don't know how to explain it, but there's like zero drugs, in his
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can call him a rocker in that
Maybe he was more like
in
a
that
modern
matter.
rocker today because I feel like that's all like rockers and metal people now. So maybe he was like
Yeah,
foretelling the future.
yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, he was like he is still highly educated, like, and stuff like that. Never smoked weed. That's what he told me, though he served in Cuba, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, um, and so my elder brother became a rocker too, and so once he started bringing tapes of Russian rock first, because that's the closest to you, the Russian post-Soviet bands.
Hmm.
And so he was listening to it while I was in the room. Of course, I was affected by it. So I started not stealing, but borrowing his tapes and playing them too while he was gone, for example, because I felt that like a safe, like, when he, like, when you have an elder brother who is 6 years older than you, and you are still kids, the relationships are pretty like, slapping.
Yes, yes. My kids have been
So he
physically
didn't,
beating each other up since they were
yeah,
one.
so he didn't see me as an equal. So, and I didn't see myself as an equal to him. So I felt like I'm my minor, like I'm much less than him. So I really praised him. And yeah, so I loved everything he loved. So that's when I started. I was, I think, 8 or 9. That's
Mhm.
where I started realizing that I was a rocker. Was it was like, yeah, Russian rock and heavy music, heavy metal. And then slightly we went to the Nirvana realm, so the
Mhm.
Western music.
That's awesome. That's awesome. When did you start singing? Did you start singing like right when you started hearing this kind of stuff, or?
Yeah, I think I started singing when I first heard cartoons.
Oh yeah, yeah. So around like
Yeah,
3, 4.
yeah. My mother used to tell me the story about how I sang songs like about Russian cartoon songs, and I didn't know the words, and I barely talked, barely spoke. So I mispronounced them, and she laughed because they made no sense, but they were pretty cute.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so you start getting to rock. Some Western stuff started creeping in there. When did you start playing with other bands or playing with other people? Were there any other friends you'd sing with or kind of do that stuff with? So you're around 8, 9, getting Nirvana and the Western stuff. What was the next thing, the next path for you? Did you start discovering more bands? Like, who were some of the other
Yeah,
earlier bands, and who did you
yeah,
start like talking with other friends about? Were they discovering the same things as you?
yeah, more bands. So I was probably the only one in my surrounding, like among my friends, which were mostly girls, so they don't uh, care about heavy music. So I was the only one. So
Hmm.
I was kind of lonely, but not in a bad way. So I was alone in this kind of bubble. So I was listening to the music, and it was only for me.
Hmm.
So I really enjoyed it. I didn't have to share my favorite bands, like my interests with anyone. I didn't feel urged to do that.
Hmm.
I was there like listening music and in the headphones. So yeah, and I think the first time I started like finding friends based on heavy music is probably school, when I was maybe 14, 13 or something. So yeah, my first band was actually it was in school band, consisted of my classmate and the schoolmate from the different forms. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
we made up a band. So we really were into new metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was, I don't know. So yeah, I was 14. I don't even know what year it was. So
Yeah.
let's say 2000, 2003.
Awesome.
Yeah, something like that. 2003 to, yeah. So I was in all kind of modern music, and Metallica,
That's
which
awesome.
was still modern,
Yeah.
still modern, because they have a really good way to follow the modern streams and subgenres. So
Yeah, it seems
yeah,
like every decade they're still modern somehow. They've pulled
yeah,
that off.
yeah,
They
yeah.
figured that
They
out, which
they
is awesome.
follow. They
Yeah,
follow.
they figured that. So when you're getting new metal, who were some of the bands that were your biggest influence or favorite bands at this time? Like, who did you love?
Oh, so the first one, I think it was Linkin Park.
I was just listening to Meteora on the drive back from the hangar nonstop.
Oh,
That's such a good record.
right.
I was just listening
Yeah.
to that. Yeah,
But
so good.
Hybrid Theory is probably my one of my favorite, the most favorite. Yeah, Hybrid Theory. So Hybrid Theory, Limp Bizkit. Oh my God.
Those first two
Um,
Biscuit albums are insane. Insane.
yeah, yeah. Um, what else? Rage Against the Machine. Papa Roach. I was also into punk rock. So The Offspring. is still one of my favorite bands, and Blink 182 as well. So every band that started pop up and on and MTV and stuff like that, I
That's so cool.
loved it
That
because it
was
was such a new thing for me. So
yeah.
I loved them all.
That's awesome. What city were you in at this point? Where did you live?
So I'm originally from Donetsk region. That's the eastern part of Ukraine. That's borders with Russia, and so there was a city, and territorially it's quite big, and maybe that time it was like 500,000 people or something like
Hmm.
that living in the city. Now it's much, 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 much less.
Hmm.
And yeah, but this city, it's like industrial city, so there are a lot of like workers, miners. I mean, miners,
Hmm.
the people who work in
Of course.
mine, coal mining
Yep.
people, and so yeah, there were very few people who actually liked music, like heavy music. It
Hmm.
was absolutely not popular there,
Yeah.
and still not is not. But yeah, so well, luckily we had MTV that was like retranslated through our local TV channels or something. So yeah.
That's really cool. You're talking about those bands. It kind of gave me flashbacks as well because I think it would have been around the same time that I was getting those bands. Like my first favorite band was probably like between Offspring and Blink 182. And the first band I tried out for, I was in seventh grade. I tried out for this pop punk band because Central Florida, it's pop punk or boy bands. That's it. And then
Yeah.
South, like Tampa's like death metal in the 90s. But I tried out for a pop punk band with Damn It by Blink 182. I tried out. They never called me back. So I like quit guitar after that. I was like, okay, fine, screw the guitar. I'm not going to do this anymore. Then I picked up the Black album and fell in love with it and then started copying those sounds, tried out for Trivium. But I did my seventh grade talent show playing Self Esteem by The Offspring. And I
Oh,
remember all the new metal bands you're talking about. I don't know if you ever had this CD, but this was one of the greatest CDs of all time, the Family Values sampler CD. It had
ah,
like, that was such a good one. It had like Rammstein and Korn and like just all the stuff that was like 1998 to like 2003 all on one CD.
mhm.
It was the greatest. It was so good. But it's cool to see all that stuff. It's come back right now. Like it's bigger than
Yes.
ever, all of those bands. So
Yeah.
it's a good time.
Yeah. So and later on, I was like, I fell in love with POD.
Hmm.
So that's and I forgot to mention corn. Oh my God, corn, of course. Yeah. So that's where I started wearing dreadlocks. So I learned how to do them, and then in my native town, Gorlovka, it was only me who wore dreadlocks,
Yeah.
and oh, believe me, I had the worst time ever
Oh man.
walking on the streets because people didn't understand. Some of them, oh, I'm so
Oh, no
sorry.
worries, no worries. It happens. There's
It's
always
just
some
someone,
technical stuff with.
yeah, it's spam calling me.
No worries.
I don't even know how to fix this.
Sometimes when I'm
So anyway,
streaming, I'll answer the spam calls and see what it is. And like
mhm.
they'll like, hey, we've got a great offer for a travel thing or a new credit card. I'm like, oh, tell me all about it. And I'll have them on stream with
Yeah.
me. So it's
Oh
fun.
yeah, maybe I put it. Yeah, I put you on the phone.
Yeah. But yeah, that's amazing. So yeah, you were mentioning kind of, having dreadlocks and being like ostracized. I remember too in school in Orlando, once I got a little bit further. So I was into like, got into new metal and metal. Then I got into like extreme metal. Once I got extreme metal, I grew my hair super long, wore like combat boots, but I was
Mhm.
the only kid in my high school that looked like that. And so like, this was around the time where like everyone was starting to get into bands like Dillinger Escape Plan. It was very about short-haired, spastic kind of post-hardcore things that
Yeah.
became that. So I definitely knew what it felt like to be like the only metal kid, but we had kids into heavy stuff as well, which is interesting. Okay, so once the path with new metal, because I've always been so curious. I'm very excited to pick your brain about the bands you're into because I've always, when I studied Jinjer and listened to Jinjer, I'm like, there's so many cool things happening here. I can't wait to hear what your favorite bands are. So after new metal and you're around 14 or so, what was the next musical step? Where did you start going from there? What did you discover? Other people you started meeting, and what was the path that eventually led us closer to Jinjer?
Yeah. Then it slightly led me to. So as I was growing up, so and new metals, it was still popular, but I wanted something more. I wanted something heavier. So then I realized I really like metalcore
Hmm.
now. And yeah, so I don't remember the what exactly. what band exactly got me into this subgenre, let's say. But let's say, well, let's talk about Kill Switch Engage. Yeah, I think that was my favorite metalcore band of all times, probably.
That's awesome. Did you hear Alive or Just Breathing first, or End of Heartache first?
End of Heartache, I think,
That's awesome.
first.
That's
Yeah, and
awesome.
then I started. Of course, I was like a breakthrough album, and then I
Then we're backwards.
started
Yeah.
doing research, like it usually happens, you know.
That's awesome. Yeah, I heard Alive or Just Breathing first. I was like, wow, I've never heard stuff mixed like this before. Then went to End of Heartache. It's
Yeah,
so cool. It feels like our paths are very similar, like with what we got
yeah, but
into.
but you know, Howard is
Oh,
for sure
he's unreal.
my favorite. I don't listen to Kill Switch Engage anymore because of there's no Howard
Yeah,
anymore.
it's nuts. I had to leave a tour. It was Trivium, Avatar, and Light the Torch, and my twins were being
Mhm.
born. So we knew this was going to happen, so we're kind of having everybody get ready. And I flew home and missed like two of the biggest shows. Luckily, Trivium, we didn't have to cancel a single show or a single song, but they had Howard doing a couple of my songs. They had Johannes from Avatar, Brendan from Atreyu. But hearing Howard sing the Trivium stuff, I was like, oh my God, this is what this can sound like. It's unbelievable, unreal. That guy is. I think he's like when we talk about guys like Ronnie James Dio or Bruce Dickinson, or talk about these legends of like the '80s and '90s. I think that's what Howard is of the 2000s. I feel like he's like one of these freaks of nature. He like doesn't have to warm up,
Probably.
just walks up and nails it.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah. And all the I watched DVDs and stuff, and it was like super hilarious because our guitar player, I was already playing Jinjer, or maybe it was not Jinjer, maybe it was a previous band that like were mixed up because we're friends, and Roman, for example, wasn't in Jinjer that time, and I wasn't in Jinjer, so there were like two bands at least that played in the same room in 2005, probably, yeah. And Ginger and my band and Roman's band, and then at the end, three bands just collided into one.
Oh, that's awesome.
And still Ginger, yeah, it merged into one band called Ginger.
What
Because
year? What year was this? And
it was so we started in 2005, so slowly, little by little. Like that time I also played in different bands, so simultaneously. And so, yeah, I think 2009, I was already joining Ginger. So before that, it was like, let's say 2008,
okay,
7, 8 or something, that this whole process started. So,
that's awesome.
yeah.
That DVD that you're probably referencing, that live Kill Switch one from Massachusetts. I'm like third or fourth row back in the crowd at that show. I was
Oh,
like in the crowd at
really?
that show, and I kept yelling out for them to play like old stuff. I was like yelling out stuff from their first
That's
record. I was that
cool.
guy.
And yeah, and then my favorite line was when Adams
Adam says some good stuff.
yeah, when he said that when darkness
Yep.
falls, is the song is about Howard
Ice
falling
skating.
off a skyscraper.
So good. Yeah, very, very good. Like there's so much laughs. So 2008-ish or so, this is when you formally came into Ginger. So Ginger was around beforehand then? A little bit?
Yeah, that's when Ginger actually originally was formed, 2008. So there was 2000. Honestly, I don't remember because it felt like it's like 100 years ago.
Yeah. Because Trivium was
So much
around too
stuff.
before I joined as well. They were like existed for a
Yeah,
couple weeks.
yeah. Well, we were kids, you know.
Yeah.
We were absolutely we were doing it for the sake of doing it, and without even hoping that someday it's gonna be somewhat big. But yeah, anyways. So let's consider it to be 2007, 2008. That's where Ginger formed without us, without Roman, without me. I'm not even talking about Eugene because he joined the band. And later, and Vlad joined the band even later. So yeah,
Speaking of Eugene, I'm excited because I heard that he's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. So I'm
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the fight.
awesome. And if you ever want to learn how to, I could teach you how to break his ankles. I could teach you how to choke him out.
I really do, because
Yes.
uh, Francois, the tour
Yes.
manager.
Yep.
So he does jiu-jitsu too.
Yep.
I don't know what color his belt is, but
Yeah, I think I trained
he,
with him a
he
little
taught me.
bit on that arch enemy run, a
Yeah,
little bit back then. Yeah.
yeah. I remember we fought in front of a reception desk in
Yeah.
Belarus
Yeah.
after a show with arch enemy. We fought in front of reception. That was great. So we were like boost, and
That's
stuff.
awesome.
So
Yeah, I'll teach you all
yeah,
sorts of good stuff to use on Eugene. Yeah.
I would love to. I
Awesome.
would love
Yeah, I'm
to.
very excited about that. Yeah, because when I found out, I was like, hey man, we travel with 10 by 10 mats, travel with all the gear, workout
Oh,
case, like
really?
weights, everything. So we have it all. So whatever you all want to use, or like I said, I'll teach you all the deadly stuff. So my specialty is leg locks. So I like to try to break legs. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah. I
Yes.
think what I tried is, I don't know. I'm not even close to being a jiu-jitsu, even like a
We'll get you there.
not even started to be to get into jiu-jitsu. Uh, Although Eugene took me to the lesson once,
Hmm.
and I fought a girl,
Yeah.
and she cried from
Oh shit.
pain,
Yeah.
and I wasn't even trying to, because I didn't know what I was doing, but she cried because she was too skinny, like skin and bones,
Oh
basically.
yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? I thought we were here to make people cry.
Oh shit.
Like, honestly, I didn't know it was for pussies, honestly. Like, what the hell? And I wasn't even that hard,
Yeah.
on her.
Well,
But
sounds
she,
like you're ready. Sounds like you're ready to learn some fun stuff.
yeah, yeah. So my favorite one is like
Cross collar
choking
choke.
choking people with, no, with legs.
Oh yeah, so triangle choke.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, there's so many cool ones.
yeah, yeah.
Really
So
good ones.
Francois showed me some moves, and I
Yep.
choked him, and the people were watching. The rest of the band were watching, and yeah, and they were. I don't remember, but they were talking. Oh, he went from red to blue,
Oh
like
yeah.
his.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, I've got some stuff that will teach you. It's gonna be awesome.
Awesome.
It's gonna be fantastic.
I'm ready.
Heck yes. So yeah, back to the singing and stuff. I'm curious, who are some of your favorite singers and screamers? I know you mentioned Howard, but you've got two very, I mean, even more, but two very distinct voices that you use, screaming and singing. Like we both love to do that, you and I. So were there
Yeah.
different favorites of both of those worlds for you?
Yeah. So I think when we started like recording albums and stuff like that, so I noticed how much my voice, both voices, like the clean and screams, uh, extremes, changed through the years. But when I started screaming, I was honestly was inspired by Randy Bly.
Hmm.
And so Lamb of God was one of my favorite bands after metalcore. So I think that was the next stage. So it was Gajira, but I liked Gajira not for the vocals, but for the whole atmosphere of. Oh. So yeah, but Lamb of God was in 2013, I think 12. So
That's awesome. Yeah, Randy's such a monstrous vocalist.
yeah, so I tried to recreate them.
Yep. Well, it's awesome. And, like I love the fact that like because your scream is so identifiable, your scream and your singing, it both sounds like you at all times, no matter what, which is fantastic. So it's really cool
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but I feel like still it got tired, so it changed because of the long sets and from the songs got pretty much like more complicated right now, higher notes. So I have to uh, forgot the word. God damn it! So I have to
Adjust.
save both,
Yeah, yeah.
both,
Um,
both worlds. Yeah.
yeah, kind of like
So
keep it
and the
sustainable.
singing, yeah, and the singing, I guess where I came from was Gwen Stefani.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great influence. She's incredible.
Yeah, yeah, I love her.
Yeah, she's so good. Well, if you ever want to do any of that stuff, because that reminds me, we've done No Doubt covers. So we have this thing called the Pig Pen. It's like this backstage
Mhm.
rig, drums, guitars, bass, well, small versions of it. And we're gonna get it like a vocal PA. If you ever want to do like some No Doubt or whatever you want to do, we could
I
do
would
that.
love
That'd be
to,
awesome.
dude. Like, yeah, honestly, I was thinking about getting some small karaoke machine
Oh
to
yeah.
do that after the show. Because Usually I'm still
Yeah. Oh, if you get
I'm
that,
still in the
bring it
yeah.
in. Bring it into our room because we can play anything. Like we can
Yeah.
learn. If you're
Well,
like,
I
hey,
have
learn this
to.
song.
Yeah, so we'll have to buy it on tour because
Okay.
I cannot fly with
Oh,
it.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's gonna be awesome. Yeah, we always do that. So we've got like the jam rig that you can come up and sing with us. We can all play, and then we've got the
Well,
mats.
well, that sounds more appealing with every sentence.
That's awesome. Yeah, we like to bring a lot of stuff. It's kind of because of me. I know I'm high. Not I don't want to say high maintenance. I know I need a lot of things to make me happy, so I bring all of them with me.
Oh,
I'm always the guy who's got the most bags. Everyone's always laughing because I'm like carrying like 3 suitcases or 4 suitcases for like a tiny
yeah.
trip. But I always have everything everyone needs. They'll be like, "Hey Matt, do you have any of this medicine or do you have this first aid kit?" I always have it. Got it all.
Swiss Army
Yes.
man,
Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
Swiss knife, Swiss Army knife man. What was
Yes.
the?
I like that. I like that name.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll take that name. Awesome. So, right now, what are the current plans with Jinjer? What do you have going on in the background? What's going on? What's going on in Jinjer World?
Oh, right now, getting prepared for the tour and then probably the same time preparing for the next tour, our headlining tour in Europe. Oh, and it's been a really long break we're having right now
Hmm.
from since we finished the baby metal tour and until we started this one. So yeah, it was 3 months and it was long, but it was short at the same time.
Hmm.
I got bored and I got too lazy and I feel like I need a shake.
Yeah.
So nothing much though they are writing music and I'm also always like on the side, I don't know what's going on
Yeah.
there. I don't know what's going on there because they're like they're Europeans
Hmm.
right now, um, living like you Roman and Vlad, they're living in the same city, so they have things to do together, probably making music. Yeah, they making music right now, new Eugene making music with them, and I'm still waiting, like I always do, waiting for the tracks to come in one batch,
Hmm.
and then I start writing lyrics again.
Yeah. That's what. How do you
Feels like I just wrote it like yesterday.
how do you normally like to write? So, do you normally like to immediately try to find lyrics? Or you like to sing like yayas or gibberish words on top of it? I'm always curious how other singers do it
Yeah.
because.
Uh-huh. Throughout the years, tried it all. I tried it all, and right now, writing. So what I used to do is listening to probably one with piece of the song and trying to write my words, like making the vocal arrangements, let's say,
Hmm.
like my vocal part, and write lyrics to that vocal part, like la 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 la,
Yep.
and then
Same.
I have to squeeze the words into this la la la, la, which is really long process, kind of not very flexible. So it was in 2014, and I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
So now I just write lyrics, listening to the song, trying to catch the idea, try to catch the atmosphere, and then I just, let's call it free writing. Like I write, and then I try to make a vocal parts on the words, not vice versa.
Hmm.
It's crazy. Like I don't know. It's really
Yeah.
stressful for me. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm capable of doing
Oh
this
yeah, you
anymore.
are. You've been crushing it. You've been crushing it. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
I'm
but
always so
yeah,
curious. It's really cool to always hear other people's processes. I like that.
yeah. So I have different approaches if one doesn't work, and usually I'm bad with deadlines, so I can even start writing lyrics 2 hours before I have to go to the studio. That's crazy. It's bad for everyone. For me, for the person who records me.
Yeah.
But last year with Duel, actually, we did it in a new way, in the right way. Wrote songs, 11 songs in a week.
Hmm.
went to Poland to pre-record it.
Hmm.
And so then we recorded it like it was already ready, because pre-recording really did a lot.
I feel like that pre-production is such a helpful thing. Like we've
Yeah,
done a couple records where we didn't do that, and those are some of my lesser favorite ones. But I feel like
yeah,
being able to like lay those blueprints or kind of get that first draft in is really it's a nice way to
yeah.
start.
It's really, yeah, and I think that's how you should do it, for
That's
sure,
awesome.
to save everyone's time.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can see when I was talking about lyrics and writing lyrics, you kind of got a little. So I think the trick is we're gonna have you choke some people out, and then you can write lyrics. You're like, I feel good now. I feel good. I feel good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well, first of all, like I really get inspired when I get mad.
Yep, that's the best way to
And
do it. That's why we
yeah,
like heavy music, you and I. That's why we got
yeah,
into it.
and I carry this feeling even if I don't want to. Carry this emotion around with me for 3 days or something.
Hmm.
Carry this like, and then I give birth
Hmm.
to a song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great. I mean, that's the best way. That's why I've always loved heavy music over everything else because we can get
yeah,
that darkness, that anger, that ugliness out into
exactly.
something versus keeping it in.
Yeah, and I say it every time I'm doing interviews. I say it over and over again that, well, I don't write songs from of a good spiritual, like if I'm in a good mood, I don't write songs. I don't. Oh no!
So I was trying to sell you something.
Wait a second. No.
Gotta
Can
go.
we like? Is it? No, 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 no. Is it okay if I find a charger?
Oh yeah. Well,
So
actually, I was gonna say too. Like we've got a couple seconds left, so or a couple minutes left. I had one more question, unless your thing's gonna die right now.
okay, I hope 10% is
Oh no, no,
enough.
it's totally fine. No worries. No
Yeah,
worries at
so
all.
yeah, I don't do it from like being in a good mood. It's always very like I'm so much inspired when I either sad or angry.
Like an actor, yeah, you
That-
got to be in the headspace. Yeah, it's like you're acting it out. Which it's funny. Like I have to. I think I can be in a bad. I think when I'm in the bad place, I write the best lyrics. But I have to be in a really, really good mood to sound the angriest on an album. It's very strange. I've gone in to record like having a bad day or being actually mad. It didn't sound convincing. But then I go in like laughing and having a good
yeah,
day, and I
well,
sound 10 times.
probably you're right because once I was really sad and angry while recording vocals, and it sounded like
I feel like stuff
I
tightens
couldn't
up.
even,
Yeah,
yeah, I wanted to cry first of all, and I really cried because I was angry and I was sitting in this uh, vocal booth, and couldn't do much but record songs that I didn't even like at first.
yeah,
And yeah, so yeah, you're probably right. So
that's interesting.
you have to be an actor. You have to remember the emotion and
Relive it.
recreate it
Yeah.
later. Yeah.
So my final question, because this is a huge thing with us in touring as well. What's your favorite food?
Oh, it's Ukrainian food.
Yeah,
It's
that's awesome.
borscht. It's no, it's a lot. I can't. It takes another hour
Yeah,
to
well, that'll be part two. We talk
drink.
about food because food is our favorite thing in the world, and I was actually
Really?
able to eat. We have never toured Ukraine, but we went to a Ukrainian restaurant before, and it was incredible. It was the food was amazing. Like I love trying everything of every culture. I feel like that's the best way to get to learn about a culture, best way to get to learn about someone through sharing a meal with them. And they had this. I don't know what kind of liquor it was. I want to say it was like a fermented
Mm,
black tea liquor, something like that.
mm,
I'm not sure. Maybe something kind of intense, like an intense
mhm.
Ukrainian liquor. And we were supposed to play in Bulgaria, and all of us did shots of this, and it totally took Paulo's voice away. He couldn't even talk for like 2 days after drinking this.
Burned?
Yeah, it made his voice just go away. I was fine, but I don't know what it was. Some kind of special Ukrainian liquor that we got to figure out what that was. I'm not sure
Yeah,
what it was.
please do
Yeah,
because
I
I
got.
want to try.
Yeah, I got
I
to figure out
don't
what it
think
is. But
maybe I tried, but
it took
never lost
his
my
voice
voice.
was gone. It was I want to say I'm remember it was a long time ago. It
Oh,
was either black tea or licorice or something, or maybe that's how they're describing the flavor. But
mm-hmm.
we'll find out. But it made his voice go away. But the food was incredible. Absolutely
Cool.
incredible.
Well, we'll talk about that later because yeah, it will take forever. When I cook at home, I cook solely like Slavic
Oh, that's awesome.
Slavic.
I love love that food so much. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I just got hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, food is what we always. So maybe I'll try to do some research and try to find some Ukrainian or Slavic places we can all both bands eat together. That'd be great
Yeah,
on a day off or
absolutely.
something. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure to get to know you finally, and I can't wait to be touring with you
Well,
in about a week.
likewise.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank you
Matthew.
so
Thank you
much.
so much for the chat. It
Of course.
was
Thank
a
you very
pleasure.
much. Awesome. You take care.
Great.
See you
Yeah, you
later.
too, and see you soon.